On today's episode, we'll take a look at all the new arrivals at the railway, we'll take a journey down to Doseley Halt, and we'll give you an update on 5619 and the BSO. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Railway Roundup from Telford Steam Railway. We've got a great packed episode for you today. A lot of new arrivals that have come to the railway, and I've got AJ with me here. AJ, we've got a lot of new arrivals to the railway, but you haven't bought any of them this time.
That's the best part with all the new arrivals for once. It's not me making an irrational purchase, so let's go and have a look.
It'll be good. Yeah, let's go and get the doors open and start having a look.
See what we've got.
Excellent. So here we are with in the shed with AJ. Nice to see AJ for new arrival number 1 to the railway, Cranford.
It's a big old beast.
It is. So tell us a bit about how it's come to be here.
As a lot of people are aware, 56 has just come out of its 10-yearly ticket and we still haven't got our packet back yet. So we've had to look at getting an engine for this season. So for this season, we've got the Avon side 1919, built in 1924, so she is slightly older than Rocket. It should be a good little engine for the season.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, like you say, bigger than you sort of think for us, isn't it? It's a really big 06.
Compared to the 56, she's a bit smaller,
yes.
But compared to the Rocket, she's much bigger.
You know, and we're very grateful to the owners, Simon and Chris Thieker, for allowing us to have it on hire. And AJ, you've already seen this in action, haven't you?
Yes, before we got it delivered to site, well, me and our media man went up to the Lincolnshire Wolds. Much thanks to the lads of Lincolnshire Wolds, and as people who have followed the channel also may know that my 88 also came from Lincolnshire Wolds, so familiar with the site. Went up to see it, had its steam test, which is obviously had an extension to its ticket, so it's looking like a promising engine. Obviously we went out, had a play on it, see what she was like, and it's looks like a tidy engine, so I'm looking forward to see what she's like on the 140.
It's going to be great, isn't it? And then this will be running at the start of the season on April the 5th and 6th, which is our Easter egg hunt. But yeah, can't wait to get this going.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. AJ, lovely. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Hiya, Joshua.
Hi, Rich.
Now, Joshua is normally behind the camera. He's the fantastic chap who does the videoing and all the editing of our brilliant videos. But we've brought you this side of the camera
today,
for new arrival number 3 because you're the proud owner of this tram.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about how it got to the railway.
So this is a 2-foot gauge electric tram built in St Austell, Cornwall in about 1999, we don't know. And it moved up to a private site near Carlisle where we collected it from the other week and returned it here. We don't know if it works at the minute because the batteries have been dead for a long time, but we're doing some work on it to try and determine if it'll run or not.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And fantastic that it's almost the same colour scheme to our steam tram.
Yes, it's currently a similar colour scheme to the tram. It was built after an Isle of Man tram, which are similar colours. It will receive a full repaint eventually, and numbered number 2 for Telford Town Tramway number 2. And it's basically just going to be a backup locomotive for when the steam tram doesn't want to play ball, which happens occasionally, as anyone who knows the tram will know.
We'll go and have a look inside.
Yeah, we'll have a look inside.
All right. So Josh, here we are inside the tram.
Yes.
I will make sure that there's no smoking and no spitting, as it says on the line there. What needs to be done inside the tram?
Inside the tram, it's more just all the wood needs revarnishing and checking, and we're probably going to do a full rewire because under the seats is where the batteries are kept. So we've started to take some of the wiring out to inspect it, and underneath is where most of the work is. So we're just trying to bring it up to modern standards, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll get passengers riding along in it.
Now,
not very many though.
Well, it is a bit tight, isn't it? But how you have with the fellow young volunteers on the site, you have had how many have you had?
The record's 6 so far. 6. Sort of comfortably 6. In my head, it's 2 families worth. If you had 2 parents and a child either side, you'd probably be okay. So, if there's 6 full adults in there, I think you'd be pushing it a bit.
It would be, but then that's the fun. Maybe we should market it as a how many can we get in it?
How many people can fit in it?
Absolutely, brilliant. It's great. I can't wait for it to start running.
No, it should be good.
Yeah, we go. We're now by 08670. Kev, you've been very busy, we know, with all the locos, isn't it? What work have you been doing on 08670?
When it got here, it was missing quite a few components. So the brake valve was missing, the batteries had been removed off it. So over the last probably month or so, I've been doing a few jobs. First job was to really waterproof the roof. So I've repaired that. We've had the floor out. I've replaced a couple of the air pipes. I've reinstated some of the cooling pipes as well that have not been used for a long time. Had a set of batteries on it. It's had some checks done on the oil and the coolant, and we're in the process now of revacking it up.
Yeah.
So this was an 08 that was refurbished some time ago by BR just as an air-only loco. So we're reinstating the vacuum, obviously, to allow us to run it with passenger trains.
And we noticed on the back of the cover, but I'm seeing here, there's quite a bit of BR blue coming through.
There's BR blue everywhere on this, mate.
So
BR
it's great,
blue and EWS red.
Really?
Yeah. So I think it carried obviously green, it carried blue. For a while it carried the EWS red and maroon and gold. And then latterly it was obviously RSS grey.
The most important missing piece when it came was no driver's seat. And
no driver's seats.
No.
So the driver's seats are back. They've been reupholstered. So the most comfortable part of the train is back in service.
Well, that's the most important thing to fix first, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it is a running loco. There's a lot more jobs that need to be done. There's stuff we need to do on the exhaust that we're just working out at the next steps with that. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a useful addition to the fleet.
Absolutely.
We've had an 08 for so long.
Yes.
When we don't have one, we really struggle.
Yes, we do.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So and they're just vital pieces of kit, aren't they? For every heritage railway.
Super machines for doing a very simple job. Whether it's for us a simple passenger train, all the way up to shunting all the thousands of items of stock we've accumulated over the years.
Yeah, this is it. But it's just another thing that you're very busy doing, aren't you?
Yeah, trying to.
So we're very grateful, Kev.
Trying to keep it all going, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem.
I've been joined by Jacob. Hiya, Jacob. And we're here with new arrival number 4. And Jacob, you're the proud owner of what we're standing by, aren't we? So tell us a bit about how you came to be the owner of it.
Yes, so it's a RNAD box van, and so it's 1944. So it was used during the war to transport bombs.
Right.
It was based at Dean Hill, and now it's here at the railway.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And most people have seen it, myself included, have been really surprised just how big it is. Shall we have a look inside, Jacob? Because you said you got the roof, haven't you, for this? But the roof's on the floor at the moment, isn't it?
I think.
It's on
the floor inside.
So let's go and have a look inside and see. Wow. So that's the roof.
Yeah. So inside we've got the roof. Obviously, it slides open, so you can have it.
Yes.
And then you put the.
All right. So the roof opens.
Inside.
Yeah. Okay. And then the floor, we just got the chassis frame there.
The floor, I'm just going to put wooden plank over it.
And then this is going to be ready for the narrow gauge gala on June the 6th and the 7th of this year, isn't it? So great stuff. And Jacob, when you were picking up this van, you also picked up another wagon, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yep.
So let's go and have a look at that.
Let's go and have a look at that one, yeah.
So this is the other wagon that you brought back to the railway yesterday.
Yes, it is. It's going to run with the 20 DL Ruston.
Both this and the Ruston 20 DL was at the same military base, wasn't it? So there is a fair chance that they actually work together.
Yeah.
Not only is this going to be running at the gala, but this will be running with the Ruston 20 DL at the gala as well, won't it? So we're going to run not only the steam tram with passengers, but we're also going to run demonstration freight as well, and it should be absolutely fantastic, won't it? You know.
Yep.
But we've also got a guest loco. I think the first time we've ever had a narrow gauge guest loco. This is Alan Keith's number 30 Taffy, which is coming, which is going to be great. And also it'll be the first run of the Ruston DL in preservation. So lots and lots of exciting things to come and have a look at as well. The steam tram will be operation. There'll be plenty to come and have a look at. It wouldn't be a railway roundup without Dave being with us. So Dave, you're in the bunker.
Unusual position today.
5619, but an ideal opportunity for you to give us an update of where we are with this look.
Yeah, well, as you know, 5619 was withdrawn from service after Polar Express last year. We're still in the phase of going through negotiations with contractors to get the engine taken away to be overhauled. It's really now waiting for the information to come forward as to when and where it'll go.
Yeah, just to agree where it's going to go and get it gone, isn't it? So yeah, I say it worked really well. It was hard work at the end of Polar, but it got us through.
Yes, it did.
Polar.
We're looking at probably a 12 to 18 month period now for the job to be done.
Yeah.
We're still waiting quotes from Germany for the new tyres, so you know there's a lot of things to fall into place before it actually gets finished.
Dave, we've stopped you doing your job, so thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, we've come a bit down the extension of the line to Doseley, to the location of where the Doseley halt was. And we know that this is the location because behind me, as you can see, is the original platform of Doseley halt. Still here, 60 years after the last train ran in 1962. There's been some exciting developments which I'm sure you can see that we can talk about. Let's go onto the platform and see if a train's going to arrive. Here we are. on the platform at Doseley Halt. That hasn't been as clear as this in many a year. Now, we're very grateful to our friends at the Greenwood Trust who have come down and, as you can see, cut a lot of the trees down, cleared all the brash and the brambles, and are opening up the platform. Just over there, there's just a huge pile of wood that they've taken down. There's a bit more to be done at the end here, and we will clear all the end of it. And what our plans are for this is to open it up, to make it more accessible, that it looks like a platform. And it's a signal of intent, really, that we are coming down, where the line is being relayed from Horsey and Dawley up the line down here to Doseley, and we hope to progress this over the coming year. So people come in, can see this, can see that we're working on it. We may even put a sign up to say that it's Doseley Halt. But isn't it fantastic, you know, after 60 years, there's a passenger on Doseley Halt platform. We're now outside the BSO, number 9406. Thankfully, it's stopped raining for the moment. We've got some progress we can show you that's gone on in this coach. Let's see if there's anyone inside.
Hello
Jay.
and welcome.
Hello. This is Jay, who's been working on the BSO, and you're going to show us a bit that's going on, all the great work that you've been doing. Okay, let's go and have a look. Well, we've come inside the BSO now. Can you give us a bit of a progress of all the great work you've done in here, please?
Well, over the past few weeks, due to the terrible weather, I've been working on the 6 steps for the BSO since the originals were basically unusable.
Yeah.
There's a few different designs of them, so it's been quite interesting cutting them from planks.
It's interesting because I was just trying to see, some of them are the same, aren't they? But this one obviously is a unique one on its own here,
Yes.
and this one as well, isn't it? So have you just cut all this out from building the template up, have you?
Yes, yeah. Basically, just got the templates, got the right size planks. Those 2 short ones are from another coach that's currently in service.
Right.
So thankfully, I was able to use that.
And then finally in this bit, because what we're sitting on, this looks
Yes,
new.
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
So
Very exciting.
yeah, what's happened here?
This is the first seat in the disabled area of this coach. As I understand it, this is an XBR Mark 1 seat,
Yeah.
but it makes an excellent addition to this part of the coach.
It's really comfortable, isn't it?
Yes,
really
it's
nice.
worked
So, yeah.
out quite well.
Yeah.
Quite happy with that.
So yeah, no, it's good, and it adds to it, doesn't it? And it's all
does,
coming along,
yes.
so it's excellent. So brilliant stuff. We're in the other half of the BSO now, aren't we, Jay?
Yes.
Yes, and just give us an update on this, because I know it's been worked in, but I think this is pretty much complete now.
Yes, yeah. When I started on the project, this bit was approaching completion, but wasn't quite finished. So also over the last couple of weeks, we have finished fitting the tables, and Ben has been doing the heating system under the seats. I think it's the steam heat he's been fixing. So from here to the bar is basically complete. This is serviceable now.
Yeah, and it looks like a coach. I know we've got wood and stuff that you're working on, but with the seats in place and the tables, it does look like a...
Apart from being a bit of a workshop, it is basically complete, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be fantastic, isn't it?
Oh,
It's gonna be
brilliant, yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, good, lovely. And thank you very much for the work that you've been doing on this, Jay.
No problem, I've enjoyed it.
So we're now back in the old Loco shed, and with Kev. Hi Kev, good to see you. And we're stood in front of our 08 shunter Eagle. Kev, would you be happy to give us an update on this Loco?
Sure. So it was reported failed during the Polar Express event. I wasn't there, but it was reported with quite a large amount of smoke coming out of the engine bay. We've done all our verifications, and I've been checking the electronics, because this is an electronic speed control version, not a standard 08, this is a remote control one. And the speed controller is telling me it's finding a problem in the main generator. So we have disconnected the terminal blocks at the bottom underneath the Loco.
Yep.
One of the best places you could ever wish to be under there, to be honest. So it looks like the main generator excitation winding's got an open circuit,
Right.
which is a big job.
Right.
And unfortunately, the only way you can do it is to take the generator out.
Right.
When you take the generator out, you've got to take the engine out.
Right.
So you know, it's a 25-ton engine generator combination. So it's a lift.
Yeah.
It's a lift properly. So we decided to send it out for repair.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need the Loco, don't we?
Yeah, we need
It's
the Loco.
absolutely vital.
Well, it's, to be honest, Rich, it's done 7 or 8 years without really giving
Yeah.
us any major
Yeah.
issues. So at a point, you expect you're going to have to make some investment on it.
Yeah.
So.
And you said, didn't you? I remember you saying, you know, like I say, it has taken us 7 years and it doesn't really owe us anything.
Doesn't owe us anything.
So, yeah, so just her time, I suppose, for a bit of TLC, isn't it? So,
That's all it is. So I'm hoping turnaround maybe 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
We should be back in action with her. Hopefully. All being well.
so it'd be good. Right, lovely. Thank
All right.
you for that.
Okay.
Excellent, thank you. Well, that's it for another episode of Railway Roundup from Telford Steam Railway. I hope you've enjoyed it. Many thanks to Joshua for filming and all the other volunteers and everybody who's helped to make this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to our channel. It makes a massive difference, and we look forward to seeing you next episode, don't we?
Yeah!